Hey class, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up unit rates. The way we're gonna wrap it up is we're gonna go through a more complicated example than what we talked about. Again before this first example, we talked about $45 per 15 pounds of fajita meat, right? In that first example. Now we're gonna go through a little bit more complicated example using decimals. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. You should have this from before. All right, here we go. So again, we're wrapping up unit rates, but we're wrapping up with another example. So here's the example. Diego bought 12 Dr. Pepper, can't spell, Dr. Pepper cans. So you know, a 12 pack, right? 12 pack of Dr. Peppers. For $3.99. And we're not going to talk about tax. We're not there yet. Okay, we're not going to talk about taxes just yet. But Diego bought 12 Dr. Pepper cans for $3.99. How much does it cost per can? Now, it doesn't just straight say in this word problem, it doesn't just say, what is the unit rate? You have to be able to see that's what it's asking for. So, how much does it cost per what? Can, right? Now, how many can? Another color. One can. One can. So that tells me right there I'm looking for a unit rate. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in words. In words, I'm just going to write words. And actually, let's go ahead and write the whole thing. Ratio in words. The ratio in words. The ratio in words would be money to cans. Money to cans. Let's go ahead and write our ratio. Our ratio, how much money is it? $3.99 to what? And actually, we can actually just write the colon. Because in place of the word to, we can write the colon. $3.99 to what? How many cans? What did it give us? Again, I didn't use my cubes like I should have. Circle my numbers. Underline my question box keyword. Per is a key word. Right? Per is a key word. So how many cans did they give us? $3.99 for how many cans? 12, right? That's what I'm going to write here. Okay, so we know this is our ratio. Now, let's write it as a fraction. Our fraction is going to be what? Remember, this number on the left goes in the numerator. So $3.99 will go in the numerator of the fraction. And the number on the right will go, the number 12 will go in the denominator. So there's our fraction, okay? Make sure you have this written down. I am going to erase this so I can have more space to work this out. I need to figure out, because here we can't necessarily reduce this, right? Not necessarily. Remember, we can have decimals in the numerator, but we don't want necessarily decimals. We don't have decimals right now in the denominator. We want to actually figure out what this fraction is, right, as a decimal. And that will give us information that we need to figure out the answer to this question. This question is, how much does cost for 12? We know how for one can. We know how much it costs for 12 cans. We need to figure out how much it costs for one can. So make sure you have this written down. I am going to go ahead and erase this here in a second. Make sure you have everything written down. We have the ratio in words, the ratio in numbers, and we have the fraction. Now we're going to go ahead and do what we need to do here for fraction. Fractions are just what type of problems? Fractions are just what type of problems? Division. And so we're going to go ahead and divide this. Make sure you have this written down. I'm going to go ahead and erase it. All right, here we go. I'm going to rewrite this up here. 399 divided by 12. All right. So our fraction from our ratio, we got 399 over 12, which we know is 399 divided by 12. So we're going to go ahead and divide this. You're going to see what we're going to do here. So remember from previously, right? 399 is getting rained on. Where does it want to go? 399 is getting rained on. Where does it want to go? Inside. So we got 399 on the inside. What is 12? 12 is the crazy one. He wants to go what? Outside. Now, we're going to go ahead and divide this. This is that long division we have done before, right? And so let's go ahead and do this. How many times does 12 go into 3? Doesn't, right? So we're going to put a 0 here. What do we do with this decimal? Bring it up. Now, how many times does 12 go into 39? 3. 12 times 3. 36. 39. Let me treat this like 39 minus 36. We get 3. 12 won't go into 3. We got to bring this 9 down. 12 into 39. Again, we know that answer. I'm going to extend this out. 3 again. 12 times 3, we get 36. 9 minus 6, we get 3. 3 minus 3, we get 0. But there's nothing here. What number is the same as nothing? 0, right? We're going to put a 0 here. Bring that down. How many times does 12 go into 30? 2 times. 12 times 2, we get 24. 30 minus 24, we get 6. We're almost there, I believe. Bring this 0 down. How many times will 12 go into 60? 5, right? 12 times 5, we get 60. 60 minus 60, we get 0. So we end up with this number right here. And we got to think about what that means. What does that mean? So this is obviously, when we're looking at it in terms of money, right? We know this is the 10 cents, the 1 cent, right? And so we know we don't really understand anything after that, right? When it comes to money right now. But if we were to round this to the nearest cent, and we talked about rounding at the beginning of the year, or round it to the nearest hundredths. But remember, this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. We're going to round to the nearest hundredths or cents, right? And actually, this is going to, when I draw this equal, squiggly equal, so that means approximately. This is approximately 33 cents or 33 hundredths, right? 33 hundredths. And so what this means, right, for us, right? Again, let me put a little arrow here and write this in words. 33, got the R, 3 cents, right? That's what that is. Now, I'm going to write what we got right here. This is 33 cents per 1 can. This right here, from our division, right? Because what ended up happening here, we divided this by 12, right? We divided this total, this number, by the amount of cans. That got us 33 cents per 1 can, right? And that is our unit rate. Because when we see the number 1, we think of the word unit. When we see the number unit, the word unit, we think of the number 1. Okay, so this is our unit rate, again, we want to understand this because, again, what we're trying to do here is figure out, okay, if this is a real world problem, right? Just like it is a real world problem. If you were to buy 12 cans, right, at the store, at, you know, a 12 pack of Dr. Pepper cans, you want to know how much it was costing you per one can, right? Right? And so that's one of the things you see at like gas stations and things where they charge you like $1 or $1.50 for a can nowadays, and then it's really only costing them 33 cents, right? Sometimes even less. So again, that's just something to think about, and one way we use unit rates. All right, thanks for watching.